Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is D-Trends. D-Trends is an educational channel on YouTube, and what I do here is to help students who are preparing for the exams on government and literature. If this is the first time of being here, please consider subscribing to this channel, click on the like button and share the video to your friends. Please subscribe to the channel. It will help me to know you like this kind of video, and it will encourage me to keep bringing this kind of video to you. Okay, please subscribe to the channel. Okay. Now, in the last video, we are considering Jamb government past questions and answers, and we stopped at question 10. Today we're gonna start with question 11. Okay, the notion of carpet crossing in parliamentary democracy involves, well, option A, crossing from the lower house to the upper house; B, changing party allegiance after election; C, opposing party discipline in parliament; and D, resigning from parliament. Which of these is the correct answer? Now, carpet crossing in parliamentary democracy refers to the act of elected representative changing their political party affiliation or association after being elected. Okay, it involves members of parliament switching their political allegiance from one political party to another during their term, or sometimes even before taking their seat. Okay, so when a member of the parliament changes from one political party to another political party after being elected, okay, you say that the person has carpet crossed. That is, for example, if someone is elected under APC, okay, during his term as a member of the parliament, he changes to PDP, you say that the person has carpet crossed. Okay, so that's what carpet crossing is all about. Now let's look at the options and choose the correct answer. Okay, now we have option A, crossing from the lower house to the upper house. That's not carpet crossing, okay? Carpet crossing doesn't involve moving from the House of Representatives to the Senate. That's not what carpet crossing is all about. I already explained it to you. So option B, changing party allegiance after election. Of course, this is the correct answer. Okay, changing from one political party to another, changing your association from one political party to another. Okay, so option B is the correct answer, changing party allegiance after election. Option C, opposing party discipline in parliament. Of course, not the answer. Resigning from the parliament is not also the correct answer. So option B is the correct answer. Now let's move on. Question 12. In parliament, the most extensive amendment to a bill takes place at the option A, we have first reading, B, committee stage, C, second reading, and D, final stage. Now let's look at the options. We have option A, first reading. What actually happens in first reading? First reading of a bill in the House is the clerk of the House sending a copy of the bill to the relevant members of the chamber. Okay, with the permission of the Senate President or House of Rep Speaker, the clerk will read it to the members. Here, the clerk introduces the bill and what it tends to achieve. Okay, so first reading is basically the clerk reading the bill to the members of the chamber and introducing it to the members, the legislatures. Okay, so no amendment is done here, just an introduction. That's what first reading is all about. Now let's see this the second one, option B. Option B, we have committee stage. The committee stage actually comes after the second reading. Okay, now after the second reading is actually a time where the bill is being debated. Okay, now after the debates, after the second reading, the next thing is to give the bill to a committee, okay, which is called the committee stage. When the bill is given to a committee, what the committee does is to add further value to it. Okay, the job of the committee is to make suggestions, amendments, and some recommendations to the bill if there is any. Okay, to make suggestions, amendments, and recommendations, okay, to the bill if there is any. Now, at this stage, the members of the committee may hold public hearing to engage critical stakeholders and the public, okay. They bring out the bill to the public to know what the public, to feel the pulse of the public. Okay, they involve stakeholders, people that know about the bill. Okay, the people that the bill will affect. Okay, so they involve the public. They involve the public at this stage. Now, after they are done with all of that, the next thing they do is to send back the bill. They'll send back the bill to the chamber for further consideration. Okay, and this is the correct answer. Okay, it's at the committee stage that amendments are done. Okay, it's at the committee stage that amendments are done. In Parliament, the most extensive amendment, okay, to a bill takes place at the committee stage. This is when the most extensive amendment is done to a bill. Okay, it involves getting the opinions of the public and the stakeholders and making suggestions. So this is where you have an elaborate amendment on any bill, the committee stage. So it's not the correct answer. Now, options is second reading. I already explained it. Okay, this is where the bill is being debated by the members of the house. Okay, and at this stage, what happens is that the person that actually brought the bill will move for for a motion for the bill to be read before the parliament. Okay, or be debated by the parliament. Then, if his motion is being seconded, then the bill will be read and be debated by the members of the parliament. But if it's not seconded, it's the bill becomes rejected. Okay. So the second reading is all about debating on the bill, checking the merits of the bill. Okay, debating on the merits of the bill and not really making amendments on the bill. Okay, we are asked about amendment, the stage that brings amendment, extensive amendment to the bill. Okay, and that is option B, committee stage. Now option D, final stage. Final stage is president where the president signs it into law. Okay, is where the president signs it into law is called the assent or veto stage. um a bill cannot become a law until the president signs it. So it's not the correct answer. This is not where the where amendments are being made on the bill. Okay, so like you already know, option B is a correct answer. Okay, now let's move further. um Freedom of speech in a democratic state is limited by dash. Freedom of speech in a democratic state is limited by dash. We have law of sedition, B, law of trespass, C, press censorship, and D, marital law. Now, I believe you already know what freedom of speech means. Freedom to speak, freedom to, air your view on any particular thing, freedom to say how you feel, okay? Now, which of these laws is against freedom of speech? Which of these laws limits freedom of speech? Okay. Now, let's see the options. We have option A, law of sedition. Okay, law of sedition. Now, sedition simply means the act of revolting. Okay, revolting an established authority, usually in form of treason or defamation of a government. Okay, when you say something or do something, okay, that kind of ridicules the government, that can actually spur the citizens into disliking the government or provoking them to overthrow the government. Okay, now, law of sedition is a law that prevents people from speaking their mind the way they want to speak it, okay? From saying the things they want to say the way they want to say it, okay? And law of sedition actually prevents people from saying things against the government, saying things that can spur the citizens into overthrowing the government, saying provoking things against the government, okay? So, law of sedition actually puts a limitation on how people speak or how people express their feelings. So, law of sedition is the correct answer. Option A, freedom of speech in a democratic state is limited by law of sedition. Law of sedition prevents people from saying things the way they want to say it, okay? Because it prevents them from saying things that can actually be against the government, okay? Things that can incite the public. Okay, so law of sedition is the correct answer. It prevents people from having total freedom of speech. Okay, now option B, law of trespass, is not the correct answer. This has to do with owners of properties or knowingly entering into another person's property or land without permission. Okay, it has to do with encroaching into someone's privacy or encroaching into someone's land. So it doesn't have anything to do with freedom of speech. Now, press censorship is not the correct answer. Press censorship has to do with putting limitations on what the press says. Okay, now this is where the difference is. Press censorship focuses on the press. Okay, now law of sedition focuses on the citizens, not necessarily the press, but on the citizens. Press censorship limits the freedom of the press and prevents them from publishing certain information, okay, certain information that could be provocative. So, law of sedition focuses on the general public, everybody, okay. Now, press censorship focuses on the press. So that's why option C, press censorship, is not the correct answer, okay. Now, option D, marital law. Marital law has to do with law that determines the validity of a marriage. Okay, it determines the validity of a marriage, so it's not the correct answer. It doesn't really have anything to do with freedom of speech. Okay, so the correct answer, like I said, is option A. Option A, law of sedition. Okay, law of sedition. Okay, that will be all for today. I hope you learned something new from this video. Thank you very much for watching, and please, I need you guys to subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel, help the channel grow, help the channel to get noticed on YouTube, help the channel by clicking on the subscribe button and on the like button as well, okay, so I can be recommended to more people on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in another video. I believe you'll subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye bye.